Today we have Jubilee, who has served the most time. Ex-cons rank themselves. Should be interesting. Let's get into it. Come on.
I would normally say American Greed guy should be like over here,
From
you know,
least
Ponzi
to
scheme.
most.
I don't know.
All right.
Who said Ponzi scheme?
You look like a Ponzi scheme.
That's awful.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys my list just basically based off appearance-wise, all right? I think my man with the sunglasses is kind of he's there to throw us off a little bit, all right? So I'm gonna put him first. Second, I'm gonna put my man with the long sleeve sweater. Third, I'm gonna go with the young lady. Fourth, I'm gonna go with my man in the middle, long sleeve. All right, fifth, I'm gonna go with the white guy with the slacks. And sixth, I'm gonna have to go with my brother with the LA, all right, LA. That's my list. You guys make your own list. Let's get into it.
So I think she probably did the least time. So I think you should.
Yeah, I would think her too.
Yeah, like you just took your braces off last week.
And then
All
I
right,
think
cool.
he did the most time, in my opinion.
I think so too.
Mob boss vibes.
It's funny seeing them look at their own appearance and judge each
I would
other,
put you in the middle
knowing they
somewhere.
all their time.
Like you was a second. You've been locked
Yeah.
up since you was 12. I don't mean to judge you,
Yeah, see?
but I think you over there, bro.
Don't let it fool you though.
Man,
I feel like I should
Don't
at
let
least
it
switch
fool
with
you.
you.
I think she should be at the end. 'Cause I think she's just trying to trick her
go.
I
spot.
kind of think you should be at the end. I have a feeling. I'm not sure why. I would
Right?
switch you two.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're projecting.
Projected? No, I feel like you just
Certainly
trying to switch your
projected.
spot.
Maybe.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah, so me
definitely.
and
I
me
would
and him.
switch you guys. Yes, I would.
Right.
I think me and him should switch.
I'll go back over here then. I'll go back over here.
I think we're off by a lot. I mean, we can't really
I
tell.
don't know. This dude might have done a stretch the way he talking.
This one?
Yeah,
He
on
doesn't give me criminal vibes,
man,
you know?
on like some other mafia type.
You ain't got no
Right.
tattoos for that.
It's always the ones you least expect that always does the most time, man. All right, but they ain't fooling me on this one. All right, they ain't fooling me. Come on.
That long sleeve.
Exactly.
Right, because they be on
You
their
roll your
back.
sleeves up.
Most of the
You have
tattoos
no-
on
you
their
have
back.
no
No,
tattoos?
no stereotype, but most of the, Asian culture tattoos be on their back.
He's so
I feel
fucking
like
clean.
maybe
Bro, that
me
was
and her
crazy.
need to switch. Because she talking like she been around.
Probably so. Is that a yard tattoo?
First of all, no.
Experience.
Did anyone do, was it federal or state time?
State.
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 What about you?
Federal time.
Oh yeah, I know you got to.
White collar. White collar
I know
crime.
you did some time.
American Greed.
I think if the white guy did do a crime here, I think it's more of like fraud or something like that. Some in that tax, trying to avoid taxes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they always get caught with stuff like that, man.
Right. Oh, that's a good question.
14 years.
14, wow.
My
14.
daughter's 13. I'm 12, so 12 years.
10 years.
I've been out 2 years.
7.
6.
What was your biggest pet peeve inside?
Snitches.
Any new prisoners running to staff and not understanding that maybe out here you go to law enforcement, but it's not the best move while in custody. And
Exactly.
Since I'm the only girlfriend drama, it was crazy.
I can see that.
I've seen some
I can
stuff.
see that.
I mean, we got to work out every day. It's mandatory, So
Yeah,
some
man.
people like to slack off, and I didn't like that. Yeah, you need everybody to be on top shape, you know what I mean? Because at any second, anything could go down.
For me, I didn't do any drugs or anything like that, but being able to go to exercise and run,
Right,
that
right.
was that was better than any drug that I could take. That was
We know you
It was a
didn't
hell
do
of a
drugs.
release.
Yeah, you know.
It was a hell of a release. You know what the CRT is, right?
The tactical team?
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, finna come get that.
Yeah, so like what was that for you guys is like especially your first time experiencing that?
Yeah, my man with the LA hat definitely did some time, man. He definitely did some time. He know what he talking about there. Let's keep it going.
Don't want to go through just cleaning up everything again. You have food
Yeah,
spilled everywhere,
straight.
like the
That's the
waters,
worst.
the juices, whatever.
Straight.
You just gotta clean up. So I'm
So
like,
if
man.
cleanup was your biggest concern,
Yeah.
I feel like you're in the right spot. I was contraband queen, so I'm gonna go to solitary for sure.
Yeah.
So you should move. I don't
I just didn't
know.
think I should still.
Yeah.
You here, scooch down.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Shorty talking kind of bold. We might have to move her up the list. Maybe to like the 4th, 5th spot. Where she talking, I don't know.
The guards are probably the biggest assholes, bigger than they are on the streets.
The
police.
sheriffs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Most definitely.
I remember one time I was on lockdown. I was in what they call the hole. So we were supposed to get a shower at least once a day. I remember they came and we hadn't had showers for like 3-4 days. My cellie next door, they took him
3-4
first.
days.
He was gone for about 3 hours. It don't take that long to take a shower. So when he finally came back, we asked him, man, why you was gone so long? He said, man, do not go take a shower. They left me in there for 3 hours, sitting on that cold ass bench, naked, and he's bamming on the door like, let me out, let me out. And they open the door, they say, if you knock on this door one more time, we're gonna come in there and fuck you up.
Yeah, man, they're on the
They did that to me too. I was standing in the shower
and
for
they
hours.
meant it, and he knew they meant it, you know. And the prison guards really mistreat you. They want to make sure to tear you down in front of the others.
And on the same token, man, when you go to prison, they're not there to be your friend. They're not there to, you know what I'm saying, make it easy on you. They're trying to make it a bad experience. So, you know, you don't want to come back there again. You know what I mean? Let's keep it going.
Oh, for 60 days straight.
The most at one time for me is 90.
I never went to the hole, unfortunately.
No, I was on my best behavior. I was trying to get out.
We
Her should be in the middle.
I
I think she definitely should be at least here.
I think you should be next to me.
I feel like you should
Yeah,
be
I do
around.
too.
Yeah, you
I
seem
feel
like
like
you
y'all
just
two need
been
to switch.
thugging since been thugging.
Yeah, I've been in and out a lot. The system has been good to me, you know?
The system has been good to me. Red flag.
Yeah, speaking of, does everyone feel like the prison system is adequate in reforming?
You look, is prison working? Statistics are so clear about how many people go in, go out, and then go right back in. So recidivism rates in this country are atrocious. You hit the other side and you're not ready, and then you have this whole problems of banking and housing and employment. It's easier in some cases to just go back. The reentry, the training must begin in prison to help people in custody prepare for the hardest part, which is coming home with a solid reputation and a felony record.
I think one of the biggest issues with prison, man, is once you obtain that felony record or any kind of criminal record, it's so hard to maneuver your life once you're outside of prison after you get out and try to get a decent job to take care of your family. In a lot of cases, you don't make enough money, you know what I'm saying, trying to get a normal job, you know what I'm saying, because of your record now, which kind of reverts you back to going back to your old ways of however you were making money before you went to prison. That's kind of my key takeaway on like repeat offenders type situations, you know what I mean? Let's keep it going.
I think the programs that they offer helps a lot, but like I think we can all agree on this, that it's on the person, on the individual, if they want to get something from that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because a lot of people go in there and they just go through the motions and they'll complete the program. But as soon as they get out, it's right back to the whatever put them in there the first time. Being an African-American male and being raised in what they call the hood, South Central LA, you're bound to go down that bad road.
Anger helped me break the cycle of going back and using drugs and all the stuff that I did. I was mad. I was really pissed off that I was treated horribly and chained to a bed for 2 days after I gave birth to my first daughter. I used that as motivation to never go back and completely retire and be a mom. I was going to talk about it and share my story and let people know just how bad it is. I was in facilities that didn't want to give women tampons, and I was
That's wild.
not believed about pain. It is a very dehumanizing thing, and some of it is very petty. They do it because they can.
Let me ask you guys this. This is a good question. Like sometimes you can get just the little things in prison made you have, like you had some sense of humanity. Just like being able to wear your own shoes. To me, that was a big plus from being in the county.
Yeah.
Where you were so restricted to not really being able to do none of that.
Yeah, I mean, one thing for me, like the visits, I really enjoy seeing my family. So in prison, you could hug them, you could see them, eat with them. Whereas in county, it's like through the glass, and you're like, man, only 20 minutes or even 15 for some places.
I think you should come back over here now.
Yeah, you should
Back over here. I feel like you guys are worse than me. You know, the good thing about doing time is that your traffic tickets go away. You sign a form, and they all go. And I had lots of tickets.
That's one way of looking at it, man.
That must be some LA stuff. I know you still got
I ain't never heard of that one.
I think you should come down.
Maybe. I
straight up.
That might vary from
Scooch
state
down.
to state.
You're gonna switch? Are you okay with that? All right.
And I think for me, the opportunities were there to take the classes to better yourself. But as far as like the treatment goes, no, because like the officers, they're very indifferent. So they don't treat you like a human being. You can't really have a conversation with them or any staff. They look at you as less than. So I felt very dehumanized.
That's the whole point. The whole point of it.
Okay, y'all should switch. You too.
I feel like you should be over
I think you
here.
did okay.
Yeah.
I really finessed the situation when I was in there. I know how to work a person, you know what I'm saying? My favorite subject is psychology.
See, everyone serves time differently. I didn't do any finessing. I was stunned at how many people didn't do their job.
It seemed like you shouldn't even been in prison.
Thank you.
It seemed like you got caught in a family scheme, and then they threw you under the
Little
bus.
pyramid.
Thank you.
That's what it was. Your family caught you up because you just too polished. I can tell. I think my man should be right here. Cause he been talking about in and out.
I don't know.
And he don't work at he don't work
In and out in the prison?
You hear me? He wasn't talking about the burger place when he said in and out.
I would normally say American Greed guy should be like over here, like, you know, Ponzi scheme. I don't know.
Yeah, 85%.
Yeah, in the feds, you're gonna do most
So you
of the
want
time.
him to
anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, the Ponzi schemes, they do get a lot of
minimum
time.
85%.
Who said Ponzi scheme?
You look like a Ponzi scheme.
That's awful.
Judging you
I'm
by your
offended.
peers.
We were doing so well.
Judging you by your peers.
Everyone is
I
just
feel like even
assuming
in
you
and
did the
out.
most.
Everybody's just, but it never
Everyone
fails.
is just presumed
It
you
never-
did that. I don't know why.
It never fails. Like it never fails.
Right.
I'm always.
I can see that. Makes sense.
6th spot, we have Mario.
I told you.
Mario.
Wow.
I knew it.
Told you.
Months, are you
Yeah. Like I said, man, he was there to throw us off a little bit.
We have Nick at 1 year.
Okay.
In the 4th
We're on
spot,
point.
we have
We're on point.
Wow. They got
You
you.
should be happy for him. It could have been worse.
Yeah, I am happy for you, for real. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In the 3rd spot, we have Tyrone at 3 years.
What?
Okay. Oh, don't tell me you the
That kind of threw me
badass.
off a little bit. That threw me off a little
I'm
bit.
not, though.
In the 2nd spot, we have Jessica at 5 years.
Okay.
Years, wow.
Really, huh? Let me find out it was a nail
He was
salon
messing with us the whole
Nail
time.
salon scheme.
In the 1st spot, Justin C at 14 years.
14.
Oh, my boy.
Wow.
Oh,
I just didn't get that
knew
vibe
it.
from him.
I feel like I don't carry myself in a way where I'm like tough guy.
you didn't even look that old.
Thank you.
All right, so I was on probation for sales, and then I got caught with weed again. You see, back in the days, weed was you'll get it from somebody's house, you know, or a corner. But now you got shops everywhere, so I got locked up for marijuana, like plain and simple.
I was a drug dealer. I was transporting narcotics across state lines. Look and behold, I was a part of a sting operation. Didn't know it. They were surveilling me for like 3 days. I pled guilty to 18 months because it was my first charge. I was in a racist state, and my judge clearly looked at me and told me, I'm going to make an example out of you, so I'm going to send you to prison.
So I pled guilty to a white-collar crime, 1 count of conspiracy to commit fraud.
Fraud.
I was a money manager in Century City at Bear Stearns and then UBS. And many years into my career, our team learned that a client of ours who managed a hedge fund was lying to his investors. Once we learned that he was lying, rather than stop the fraud, we turned the other way, in part because he was paying our company $100,000 a month every single month,
100
and
grand.
all of us had grown somewhat addicted
Every
to the commissions.
month.
Of course, I always knew that it was wrong,
Every
and I
month.
was certainly deserved to be held accountable.
My conviction was robbery and possession of stolen property. Because I was in gangs. I was a Crip, originally sentenced to 7. I had a good PD, public defender, that was like, you would think that she was a paid attorney, the way she fought for me, and ended up doing 3.5.
My convictions are possession with intent, delivery of meth, and simultaneous possession of drugs and a firearm.
Oh, she going
and I was
in.
sentenced to 5 years in Arkansas, but I also served some other time because I was a drug addict, so I have criminal sales of a controlled substance and assault as well.
So I went in for first-degree murder, attempted murder, gang-related drive-by shooting. Something that I'm very remorseful for. Because I was born in Korea, I'm still dealing with the collateral consequences of it, that I am facing deportation, that I could literally be deported any day. So right now, I am pardoning or campaigning for my pardon with the governor of California. I do believe that I was rightly sentenced to 82 years to life.
That's what's up.
My sentence was commuted by Governor Brown to 15 years to life based on my good behavior. I went in young, I turned away from the gangs, got my GED, my college degrees. So I'm just trying to create a different narrative, and that's the reason why I came on here, because
When did he
people
go
do
in?
change. People are not the horrible choice they made as a teenager.
I'm so happy.
Where did you go in though?
I was 16.
Good story.
All right, you guys. So that was Jubilee. Who has served the most time? Ex-cons ranked themselves. That was kind of interesting seeing them kind of rank themselves based on, you know, the questioning there, to try to figure out who is real, who's really been in there for a long amount of time. But and how it shows you how your appearance kind of throws you off, right? The guy with the most tattoos and most piercings who appeared to be, I guess, aggressive, you know what I mean, served the least amount of time. And the guy who looked completely innocent there towards the end, he went in when he was, what, 16 and served the most amount of time. And thankfully, he actually got out early on good behavior, and it seems like to me like he's turning his life around in a very positive way. For that, my brother, keep going. And on that note, you guys tell me what you guys think. And until next time, y'all be easy out there. Peace.
If I should die at a young age, I thank the Lord for giving me a break. If I should die at a young age, I thank the Lord for giving me a break. Cause I'll probably live forever, ever, probably live forever, ever, probably live forever, ever, I'll probably live